planet Qutaru, I think it's Qutaru. So anyway, this is the Ratchet and Clank walkthrough, and we will be turning, well, I don't want to spoil it immediately. People who have played this probably know what's going to go on, but it's going to be the point in the game where I realize this really is an awesome game, and I cannot wait to get playing the second Ratchet and Clank. So this world also has another couple of places that we'll have to return to. So the holo-guise is an item that we can use to turn into a robot, and we can sneak past other robot people. And that robotic part is actually mildly challenging. I don't really like doing it that much, but we can't do it yet because we don't have the holo-guise. So we need to get the Infobot at the end of this planet, or at the end of this pathway, and then we'll go get the holo-guise, come back, and then do that part. Now the enemies will be pretty similar to what we've seen. There were those weird frog things that go all over the bottom, and also those zapper guys that we've run into a lot in the last level. And they're still just as annoying as ever. They're really difficult to get close to, so just take them out with something that you don't have to deal with them. Then swing shot over here, and this right here is basically the checkpoint for this section, so try not to die. And then we're going to be going pretty much in a big circle, and this level is pretty creative. It reminds me a lot of how, like, when you play an Elder Scrolls game and you go through a dungeon, and then you pull a lever, and a door opens that's right next to the entrance, and you're just thinking, man, if I could open that door, I didn't have to go through all the dungeon. But it's kind of like that in this area, and it's creative. I mean, it's a little bit more creative than Elder Scrolls on that regard, because Elder Scrolls is like punching a hole through a wall. This one is actual level design. But I love Elder Scrolls, you know. I mean, Oblivion's like one of my all-time favorite games. So is Skyrim, but Oblivion, I don't know why, Oblivion just has that magic in it that I think the thing is, like, the formula for Elder Scrolls, the first game you play is your favorite. Because people I know who played Morrowind first, that's their favorite. People I know who have played Daggerfall first, which is really old, that one's their favorite. And people, usually the younger people who have played Skyrim first.
You need help fixing that thing?
Actually, I'm trying to destroy it.
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge, heavily armed mechs.
So that's where those mechs came from.
Precisely. Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
Skyrim would be their favorite. I forgot there was a cutscene there, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna stop my rambling now because we get to turn Clank into a giant Clank. So the really easy way to do that is just step on into the big button there and he becomes giant. Now I noticed that there were some bolts around here, so I wanted to try to pick them up, but I don't really think I found them. And then I'm standing around here doing nothing in sweet anticipation becoming giant Clank, because that really was the best, like, that was one of my favorite things in this game, was being giganormous Clank. That was awesome. Anyway, these bolts that I'm looking for are not here. They're behind one of the things that will get destroyed soon, so I'm not really gonna worry about it, but just step on in here. Clank becomes gigantic. Unfortunately, this is the only one of 2 times we really get to do this during the main story. I don't know if we get to do it other times on kind of side things, but I sort of wish they threw this in more. But at this point, you can kind of tell the game is getting close to the end because, well, it's starting to feel like it's sort of there and the abilities are getting kind of endgame-ish, so yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But anyway, Clank he does have health when he's giant, but he has a ton of it, and these little guys can't really do anything to it. He can shoot, and he can also punch, and punching is probably one of the easier ones to do. And you'll want to get rid of all this structure on the way so you have an easy way to return. As you see that bridge there, that broken bridge with the swing shot, that's where we came from, so all you have to do is go all the way back there to walk into that. Now, once you walk into here, you're going to be running into a lot of these robots that we have been worried about in the past, and you can shoot at them or you can walk up and punch them, but you kind of need to watch your health, and you can also push and hold the triangle button to launch off this big nuclear type blast, and it's pretty cool. It does a lot of damage, insta-kills a lot of them. And the thing here that really is going to damage you the most are going to be those helicopters that will be pelting you with constant bullet damage. These big guys are easy enough to take out that the rockets will hurt you. As you see, they're taking me out pretty darn well there, but it's kind of hard for them to kill you if you're focusing on them. Now this game loves to lag at this point, don't really know why that is, maybe just because it's old, but it is kind of interesting. They all fly in and then it just starts lagging, and the rest of this level, or the rest of this video is just going to be me rampaging it on this giant Clank. So I think I'll stop narrating now, and pretty soon that'll be it for the level.
Well done! Now just step into the machine and we'll see what happens.
Nice to have you back, I guess.
I've recalibrated the controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how to thank you two. Maybe this'll help.
New! From Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the holo-guise. With the holo-guise, you can fool robots into thinking you're one of them. Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The holo-guise. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
If I can get that thing, I'll be able to get past those robot guards.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Uh-huh.